This is my 95 Mustang GT. Doesn't look like much, does she? But let's take a look over here. I've got the 67 mil ceramic ball bearing billet compressor wheel from On3 Performance. The turbo kit is about, I'd say a little over a year old, but I've only got maybe a couple thousand miles on it, if that. I don't really drive her much anymore. I pretty much take her to the track or car shows, and that's about it. As you can see, I got the MSD 6A digital. The reason why I don't have the 6AL is because I don't need the rev limiters, because I got a fast XFI 2.0 computer in here, and you can see I'm running a map sensor. I know it's not supposed to be laying in there, but I had it mounted, then I had to adjust it, and you can see the little holes where I had it mounted. So I'll get it put back together. But over here you can see this is what's left. This is what's left of my wire harness. It's pretty much gone. This is still here. The factory computer only really runs a few of the interior stuff, like the gauges, the lights, and so on and so on. Other than that, everything else is controlled by the fast. I've got the fast dual sync distributor because I have a sequential fuel injection, and if I went with I had an MSD in here earlier, and it wouldn't work with sequential fuel injection without the dual sync. I've got my little intercooler in here. That's just a small little 3-inch. I'm gonna probably upgrade to a 4-inch when I start raising the boost up a little higher. I'm running 16 pounds of boost. I got it turned down to 8 going on the street, but when I go to the track I get up to 16. And it spools fast, 2,500 RPMs, and she is full boost. I've got a full I got a full Team Z front and rear, you can't really see it, front and rear suspension. But not too bad. Well, car's a little filthy inside. I'm still working on it. I just put this new shifter in with the trans brake. Oh, I've got a C4 built up. It's got the blue clutches in it, and the trans brake is not wired up yet. I need to finish wiring it up, and it'll be all good to go. But I'll give you a little preview. Check things out. Gauges are not hooked up yet. Everything I do live data with my computer. But anyways, put this in gear, put it in park. Alright. Oh, it sounds like the battery's dead. Oh. Not too bad. There's a little vibration because of the electric cutout. I ripped it off going over a speed bump, so the flap's just spinning around. As you can see, the turbo's moving. It's cold. It just now started for the first time in about a month. This is what I was talking about. The electric cutout got ripped off, and so the flap's just flapping around. So it makes a little noise vibrating around. There we go. fender slicks on it. Nothing too big. Just 325, 50, 15s. They hold pretty well. But I try to keep her as stock looking as possible, so no one will know. The hood barely fits. The intake is a little tall, as you can see. Couple of little revs, nothing special because it's still cold. It's just barely moved off the needle. That's barely putting any throttle to it. Not too bad. I know I said I wasn't going to do much, but I barely have to touch the throttle and it just wants to light them up. Alright, it starts picking up boost, like I said, about 2,300 RPMs, but because the camshaft and the heads I got on it, it'll start trying to bust the tires loose before that even. But anyways, this is my little walk around. Nothing special, like I said. Just a little fun. If you guys have any questions or need any help with anything, I'm here to help. Oh, just letting you guys know, yes, these will fit with air conditioning. You just have to grind on the compressor a little bit and some of the fitting. Let's see if you can't really get down there too well, but I can post some pictures for you guys. But my air conditioner is there, it's just not connected right now. I'll put it back on when I get the car all put together. Also, I get a lot of people asking me about the heads on this side, and I'm sorry, the headers. Yes, the headers don't work. You have to cut and modify the headers for trick flow heads. They don't fit because the number 4 pipe goes into the head for some reason. They bent them. They work fine on stock heads, but trick flows have a bigger flange on them, and so they don't like to work with them. So we had to cut them, bend them over, and extend the pipe a little bit, and that's the only reason why they work. I would recommend getting rid of the headers if you can and go with something better for the 5 liters. But I've seen for other engines, they work really nice, just not for 5.0s and 5.8s. They're just, the port's just too small for them. But I'll make another video talking about the On3 Performance turbo system, if I get a couple people hitting me up and asking about them. Alrighty, I'll talk to you later. You guys have a good one.